what extent you feel everything we discussed tonight represents a sector where tech is speeding up business as usual, as we say, or to what extent we're in the middle of starting out or going to see a revolution, a fundamental revolution in how the market and the sector behaves, works, everything. So I'm going to go round. Do you want to go first?
I wonder if this might be well, you can judge whether this is an interesting point to begin. But there's
no.
There's a chap called Geoffrey Moore, and he describes what's called a diffusion of innovation curve. And what it's basically describing is underneath all the different markets, there are market dynamics that show how you have a group of individuals across that market broken down into early adopters, innovators, early majority, late majority, and laggards. My dad, he won't mind me saying that.
I might be there.
Yeah. Who, by the way, I gave him I said, oh, upgrade your iPhone, I said to my dad. And he said, oh, well, that's interesting. I might have a look at that. 6 months later, it's covered in dust, and he's still stuck with his phone that's 20 years old.
That might be a lot of the art market, let's be honest.
Well, it could be. But what it's describing is that regardless of what intervention may come along, regardless of accepting, excluding acts of God, natural disasters and things like that, is that technology will find a place, and it will also find a place in line with those market dynamics which can't be ignored. So it's all well and good saying, and this isn't a defeatist view, it's just an opinion really, that independent of where technology sits, we can't ignore that diffusion of innovation curve, and people will move and embrace things at different moments in their own way, at different speeds. We're seeing that now with the transition from fossil fuels to electric cars. We had to stop on the way here to charge up because the range is only 175 miles. But there's a point where and you can see this when you look at black and white photos, and you look at the horse and cart in Manhattan, and there's one Model T, and 10 years later, there's one horse and everything else is Model T Fords. Yeah. That's market dynamics. You cannot change that. And each of those segments of the market, in their own way, in their own time, will embrace certain things and adapt and change. And technology, all the while, its intention is to be an enabler to help people move through those different stages of that dynamic.
So where is time? Yeah. Where are we on the curve?
We've got no idea.
No idea. Ask me tomorrow.
I like that. Don't know. Is that your answer? We don't know.
Well, we don't, I mean, that's the thing. We know it's going to change. We just don't know when, which is annoying if that's your business, isn't it?
I mean, they look very calm on this side.